What's going on, guys? Reefing community, this is DM's Reef coming back at you guys with a review on a Deltec skimmer. This skimmer back in, I would say 10 years ago or so, was probably one of the best you can buy. You know, big name people, big tanks would use these. This skimmer runs probably 1,800 liters to 2,500 liters tank. That sounds right. So basically a 400 gallon to probably close to 800 depending on your fish load. It's a floor standing one. This one's about 40 inches tall. This is an 18-inch ruler. If you could see, this is, the base is sitting at probably 13 inches. And it's got two Eheim pumps. Okay, these pumps are modified from Eheim. They have needle wheels in them to give you that bubble agitation. I guess by me doing my reviews, they are actually one of the best bubble per bubble. I'm assuming that's what the review said on Reef to Reef and stuff like that. I got it. Somebody brought it in and didn't want it. I cleaned it up. I'm redoing all of these seams with Weld-On 16. I did them all just to make sure. The one over here was leaking a little bit. Not bad, but I don't want to have a tetrastrophe, or however you say that, guys. So I re-glued them. I did a water test already. It's all good. So I'm gonna do the Weld-On 16 on all of the face plates too. So basically, it's gonna run down and over. If you see how I did that, they're pretty good. Everything's good. It's watertight. Everything works great. I gotta still clean this tube. I took off the air silencer. If you can see, this is probably, what is it? This is a 1.5 inches in diameter, almost 2 inch, for the breather that goes up on top. And what happens is these two pumps are on the sides. They're blowing it around, coming up. The water level is probably going to be somewhere around where the Deltec is, and from the pressure of that, it causes the water to go through this, like it's almost like a P-trap, and that water exited and this one goes in. You can do this pump, you can do this skimmer either way. You can do it with a pump that feed it, or you can do a gravity fed. And then on my system, I have an actual extra hole on the one side coming into my house. And what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gravity feed this, possibly by itself or with a pump. I have an external pump that I could put on the floor so the water will constantly feed it, and then that pump will give it a little bit more boost if I need to be. But yeah, this was a nice score. Guy brought it in, didn't want it. So I just said, hey, I'll take it. You know, nowadays everybody wants those nice, sleek skimmers that fit inside the sumps and blah, blah, blah. I like big, bulky tools. I like to see my equipment. As you can see over here, this is all my other stuff. This skimmer here is good. It is rated for, I think, heavy load for my system is like 200 gallons. My system is actually 230, or I'm sorry, 330. So it does do a good job. I do have another one underneath. It's an old downdraft. So if I take that old downdraft off and put this guy on, I should be skimming roughly around, 800 to 900 gallons. You always want to try to go double your capacity, so I'm a little over, but I can always dial down the new one and make sure that I'm getting all my nutrients, my exports out. I can feed heavier now. With my SPS corals, I had a little mishap not too long ago, and I was devastated. I lost a few pieces, but saved a lot of them by fragging them. So my tank is back up. My phosphates are super low. All right, guys, this is DM's Reef. This is a little update on a new piece of equipment I'm going to try out. The other skimmer that I have underneath my system is not doing what I want it to do. It works great, but it's just not emptying. It's basically the skim mate has to rise to the top and then overflow through a tube and then into a collection container. It does, but it clogs. So I was at work and I happened to find this. And this is a Deltec Ap-902 skimmer. It is very large. It's 40 inches tall by like 13 to 14 inches wide at the base. The cylinder is probably 10. I think it's just shy of a bucket, about like the size of a bucket. This right here, you can see my hand at the very edge. It's about the size, you know, pretty big, you know, all in all, it's pretty big. So these are Eheim pumps. These Eheim pumps have needle wheels in them. They are modified Eheim 1260s. What I'm going to do with this is I had to glue all the fittings. I didn't have to glue all of them, but I wanted to make sure everything was reinforced. It is an older skimmer. It had a slight leak in the bottom one where the water exited back into the sump. So what I did was bought some Weld-On 16, did a water test. I glued everything really good, you know, took my time, taped everything off. Everything's good. Did a water test. Nothing's leaking. It's been a period of a few days of me tediously gluing every little spot that I can glue. Then I actually glued over all of the black plates, so it looks like they're dipped. This is from a Jabo. Works great. What I'm going to do is I got two bulkheads. I'm gonna take that one that's sitting right here on the edge. I gotta put my hand in there, unscrew that, screw that in. But before I do that, I'm gonna have a gate valve on this so that once I do that, I can keep it shut because I don't want to lose tons of water. But what's gonna happen is this is gonna be gravity fed to this pump. And it's gonna go through this pump, through here. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this yet, and then back into here to feed the skimmer. And then these are needle wheel pumps that actually will stir everything all up. This would be the return. I gotta drill a hole. Somehow I might have to move this over, drill a hole so that can go into my sump over there. So if you guys have seen one of these or know anything about them, are they good? I've looked at some reviews. They say they're pretty nice skimmers. They are very expensive when they first came out. I think they were like $2,200. But you know, I got a great thing going for me working at the LFS, and it was given to me. So if you guys want to rate, comment, subscribe, let me know what you guys think of this new addition. I do have another Eheim pump, but that one works. It's missing the cap. I'm gonna put the other cap back on there, and it'll look fine. But other than that, I might raise it up off the floor a little bit. But yeah, when you guys walk in, that's what you guys are gonna see. You know, I like it. I like looking at pieces of equipment, you know. You go like this. So it's pretty nifty. So, all right, guys. Till next time, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments down below if you guys like these skimmers. If you don't, that's cool too. Just let me know what you guys think. All right, see you on the next one.